No, 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 no. NCSoft, no. Don't do it. Don't listen to the Korean overlords. They're they're nerfing all the gold. They're doing it. Everything, nothing got saved. Every dungeon got hit. Everything got hit. So yeah, I saw this today, and sad day. Basically, my desire to run dungeons has decreased even more, which I didn't think was going to be possible. But everything got nerfed. Everything. We're talking about Dream Song Theater used to be 10 gold without a membership. Now we're looking at 3 gold. Like, these are very significant daily gold reductions from these dungeons. And even the newer dungeons, I mean, Stonescale Passage has been out for what, maybe 2 months? Down to 5 gold instead of 15 gold. These are very heavy, heavy gold reductions. It's like, this patch was looking halfway decent. We had 3rd Spec Force Master, we had a new story, we had a decent event. I was like, okay, this is looking pretty good, like a pretty good patch. And then NCSoft's like, nope, not a good patch because we're gonna completely ruin every dungeon. It boggles my mind how this company completely keeps hurting this game. Like, it's like really like they want this game to get shut down. Like, the fact that they keep adding these terrible changes, keep making it harder to gear up and get gold. It just, I just can't believe this company is still doing this in 2020 when they should be grasping for every player they can get. Instead, they're pushing them away with a big middle finger. I mean, look at these gold reductions. Literally, Warp Citadel, 13 gold. I used to run this every day because the gold was so good. 4 gold now. This is actually ridiculous. And the people this is going to hurt the most is the new players and the mid-tier players. And the mid-tier players, I'm talking about people who are maybe Grand Celestial Stage 3 through maybe Stage 6. Maybe they're Ranzu 9, mid-tier players like that who are running dungeons like Brood Chamber, Dream Song Theater, Warp Citadel. These are kind of their main dungeons, their core groups that they run daily for gold. Now they're getting like peasant food. They're getting little breadcrumbs of gold. Like 3 gold for Dream Song Theater? Like, absolutely a slap in the face. I can't believe these reductions are so major. I don't even know why anyone would run these dungeons anymore. At least for me, like, I know for like Dream Song Theater, every day I would run it because I just do a burst party. I'd be like, yeah, I'll just do it. It's a quick 10 gold. It's worth it. Now, 3 gold, I'm not running this. There's no point. I don't need the audit skills. I don't need the 3 gold. I'm not doing it for 3 gold. This is actually crazy. Like, these gold cost reductions are ridiculous. And then they try to give some scale fragments to try to like make it up. But look at this, like 2 more honest scale fragments and you lose 9 gold for Warp Citadel daily. Definitely worth NCSoft. And even the ones up here, like, okay, you took 10 gold off Stone Scale Passage, but you gave us 3 Elder Scale fragments. At the most, even a whale is not going to bid more than freaking 8 gold for 3 scale fragments. This is nothing. Like, if they maybe put in 1 Elder Scale, not a fragment, like an Elder Scale for these higher tier dungeons and the gold reductions, I could argue, okay, that's a pretty good deal because Elder Scales are worth a lot of gold, considering people bid a lot for a total of 20 scale fragments to make 1 Elder Scale. So I just see that, okay, that's a pretty decent trade there, I guess. I mean, you don't have to nerf the gold, but hey, I get it. But literally adding 3 Elder Scale fragments is nothing with these cost reductions. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, Sandstorm Temple from 5 gold down to 3 silver? Is that correct? And as far as I look at it, there could be really 2 reasons why NCSoft could do this. Number 1, they're just super greedy, and their logic is what they do, they try to push players into the cash shop. So what they do is they nerf ways to get daily gold, they nerf ways to get materials, and then they sell it to you in the cash shop. Say, hey guys, here's Trove. Just swipe a few times with the credit card, and you could get all the gold and materials and all the stuff you need. That's kind of the way they do it. They sell you the items you want and try to make it harder for a free-to-play to get gold. But the thing is, to me, that just makes me think people are going to quit the game. Like, I notice more people just quit when this stuff happens versus them spending money in the cash shop. I don't really feel like that's a great logic from NCSoft, as we've seen over the years, everyone quitting. But this is a really bad idea in my opinion. I really don't think this is good for the game. And maybe the second reason, which is what I've seen people floating around with, is maybe Hunter's Refuge. If you guys don't remember the 4th anniversary event, people were making up to like 5,000 to 10,000 gold a night, some of the whales. So the gold influx into the economy went up really high, skyrocketed actually, because so many people had so much gold. So some people are saying NCSoft deliberately nerfed the daily gold you can get to try to balance that out, because now you're only getting a measly 32 gold a day with these gold reductions, which is a slap in the face. But if that's their try to like solution to do that, in my opinion, that's a terrible solution, because all you're going to be doing is hurting these mid-tier players and new players who run these dungeons. So imagine if you're like a Ransom 9 player, you're not going to be really running Stone Scale Passage or Hangar Zero unless you have like a clan to carry you. So you're probably going to be running Warp Citadel, Brood Chamber, Dreamsong Theater, Shadowmoor. All these dungeons are like your core ones for daily gold if you're a medium tier player with gear. And what's going to happen with these gold reductions, you're going to see so much gold less per day, it's almost not even worth running these dungeons. Like, imagine running the Shadowmoor after these gold reductions. Who would want to do it? You're basically doing the same amount of work, you're doing the same dungeon for less rewards. Who in their right mind would want to do this? I just feel like it's such a lack of motivation for everyone. I just don't understand why NCSoft does this stuff. Is it pure greed? Is it cluelessness? I don't know, but dear God, just stop the madness. Like, why do you keep doing this, NCSoft? This is a really bad move. And they've done gold reductions in the past. This is not like a new thing, but this one is really heavy. Like, even the new dungeons did it. Usually they don't nerf the new dungeons. This is a really bad gold reduction. 32 gold a day, basically, you'll make if you run every dungeon on here, if my math is correct. So, yeah, basically for me, it looks like I'm just going to run my weeklies and call it a day. Luckily, I have a lot of gold saved up, a lot of gold. But, I mean, I guess I'll just do my weeklies on like 10 characters. That's the only way to get gold now. Just do Black Tower on like 10 old characters. If they didn't nerf that, Ninja nerf it, who knows with this patch. But I don't know. It's just really a shame. This is really bad. Honestly, it was unexpected. I didn't think they were just going to pop this out of nowhere, nerf all the dungeons. I know they do this every once in a while, but I really felt like this was going to be a decent patch, and then NCSoft pulled the rug underneath me and just said, hey, we're nerfing all the dungeons. We're ruining F8. So, I don't know. I've said everything I want to say. I guess it was a rant. I'm just disappointed. This is a really bad change.